Hello. So I've done a bunch of recording on my phone because I've just been rambling on about beauty, natural beauty, loving yourself. Told my story, and then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta turn my camera around. Oops, there we go. I want to talk about beauty. And what is that? They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What is beautiful to me may not be beautiful to you. We all see things differently. We all view the world with our own lens. And we all are on different timelines and parts of our journey and have met different parts of ourselves. So we're all going to see things in our own unique way, right? For myself, the most beautiful thing is to feel beautiful in my naturalness. Like, I love to enhance beauty in more natural ways. It took me a long time to feel beautiful in even just having my natural hair. I grew up with a Caucasian mother with straight blonde hair. I didn't have anyone that looked like me around, and I didn't feel beautiful with my natural hair or curls. I didn't have the proper tools to care for my hair. So it wasn't until I was like 30 that I actually felt beautiful with my natural hair. And let me tell you, once I embraced my curls and my natural hair, it was one of the most empowering things for me. So there is something to be said about loving the skin you're in your naturalness. Of course, we can all do things to enhance our beauty, and everyone can do whatever they want to do to feel beautiful in their own skin. Absolutely. But there's just something to be said about feeling beautiful in your natural state, in your naturalness. Because we can all say, for example, for me, I could feel so beautiful constantly getting my hair chemically straightened. But the moment that I didn't have my hair chemically straightened, I didn't feel beautiful, right? So, but once I embraced my natural hair and my curls and felt beautiful in that, and I didn't get my hair straightened, that was empowering, and that was more powerful in meeting myself as my true, authentic, beautiful self. So that's just one aspect of beauty. You know, how do you feel with yourself without all the extras? Do you still feel beautiful in your skin if you don't do all of these things? Just a question. I've met some dark ass parts of myself, within myself. So, and to still love myself through some of the ugliness that has come out of me is huge. And if you have done shadow work or dove deep into your shadow and the darkness, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. because we can all go online and we can see all of these beautiful people that are at different parts in their journey or timeline that have gone through their process where they're able to live in luxury or care for themselves in different ways than maybe you can. Like for myself, I live in my car. I have lived in my car for over a year and a half now. And I cannot compare myself with someone who is at a different part in their journey where they're able to provide and care for themselves more than I can in a materialistic way, right? So, but that doesn't mean I can't find ways to love myself. That doesn't mean you can't find ways to love yourself with where you're at. My hair was getting really dry through my process naturally because my hair was neglected a lot when I was a kid. In my process of battling a bunch of things, I went to that default of neglecting my hair a little bit. And I could say all of this like, oh, I don't have the funds to get my hair done and do all of this stuff. When really, I just bought a can of organic coconut milk and I mixed it with some olive oil and some honey. And I let that sit on my hair for like a half an hour. And then my hair softened and I could honestly immediately feel like, wow, like my hair felt nourished, and that's loving myself. That is a way to love yourself. If you have a voice that's coming up or an excuse to why you can't love yourself because you don't have the money to, that's just an excuse, and that's just an imposter, because there are ways, no matter where you are at in your journey, that you can love yourself that don't cost a lot. And if you're comparing where you're at in your part of the journey to someone who is somewhere else in their journey that has gone through their process, you're not going to feel good about that. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. Because we can admire people, we can be inspired and hold admiration for people. But if we catch ourselves comparing or feeling less than or wanting to be like those people, then we're missing it. It's a beautiful thing to have admiration for people, to be inspired by people that have reached places that we wish to go ourselves. That is such a beautiful thing, and that's why it's so beautiful to see people that have overcome things or reached certain parts in their journey that inspire us. But if you're taking that and you're like, I want to be them, or I want to be like them, you're neglecting your own self and your own love for yourself, because you want to be inspired by beings that you look up to, but in a way that makes you want to be your best you. Because you don't want to be them and you don't want to be like them. You want to be you. I want you to be your best you. I want to inspire people to be their best them. I don't want people to be like me or want to be like me, especially when I've had thieves and mimickers and all kinds of things. I don't want anyone to want to be me. I want people to want to be them. I want you to want to be your best self, because you're not in your full power, for one, if you are copying, mimicking, or being like someone else. You are putting something on for size. You are not accessing your own power and beauty within, right? And it's actually because I have these imposters. We all have imposters and creatures that live within us. And I remember a day where I could hear and feel the thoughts of an imposter, that they actually like feed off of these thoughts. If you catch yourself in a loop of wanting to be someone else or like someone else, or these creatures and these things, they feed off of that, because that's not you in your power. You in your power is, wow, I love that. I am so happy for that being to have reached this part within themselves. Like, fuck, you deserve your flowers. That's beautiful. And then how can I look at this being, be inspired by them, for me to reach that within myself? Because you are giving your power away when you are wanting to be like someone else, instead of wanting to be like you in your best version of yourself. So if you catch that thought loop, or you recognize that within yourself, you need to redirect that into yourself.